What's good, YouTube? See this team 56-30, they're diamond. This is a banger for y'all today, man. This is the type of team I have warned my team about multiple times because these are the type of teams I feel like give us the most trouble. They're the hardest to beat. See this point guard, 98 pass accuracy, 95 3-ball, 94 ball handle. 5'9". What's even worse, check out this lockdown, bro. 99 perimeter defense. Who the fuck did he make this nigga for? Who is, like, what point guard gave him so many nightmares last year that motherfucker said, no, I'm making 99 perimeter off rip? Like, bruh, you're not even gonna use your +5 towards that bitch? Not even, like, 99 off, like, bruh, that is toxic as fuck. Like, there's no reason for that. So, what I want y'all to pay attention to the most is me guarding their point guard versus that lockdown defender guarding me. That is the key matchup of the game because both of us are trying to establish our offensive flow for our teams. And with great defensive pressure, sometimes that's hard to do. So that's like the key matchup of the game. Now, the key player of the game is going to be Jamaica, my center. You're going to see him with the nice green afro. Yeah, so for anybody that's thought about being a big man on the Proam team or creating a big, watch this game because it's perfect textbook on how, like, you want somebody to play that position. Especially if you play it the way we do, where we do a lot of switching and he has to run up, run back, stay in rebound position, contest shots, so on and so forth. Now, with them being diamond and already being where we're trying to get to, it means that they have already played teams that are really, really good, that were capable of beating them, which means they probably have a lot of experience playing against 5-out teams, playing against teams that, you know, play really good defense because they're smaller, as opposed to going against another team that plays just like them, that has the big guy getting boards all the time. So the challenge when going against a team like us is, can you stop the backdoor cuts? And you still kind of want to rotate like a zone. Like teams like this, they're used to playing 2-3 zone. They're used to it. So you want to kind of see if the rotations are going to be there defensively when point guard tries to dot the corner or you send somebody on the backdoor cut. The first quarter, fill out quarter. Don't take the first quarter for nothing. I don't care if you're getting blown out. I don't care if you're blowing out the other team. I don't care if y'all both end up tied. The first quarter is just a fill out. It's just saying, what do you run? Who's your primary ball handler? Who's your go-to scorer? And what are you going to do in certain situations? That's all the first quarter is. Same thing for us. What do we run? We run 5 out. Who's the primary scorer? They have to figure that out. Now, a big thing that a lot of people don't pay attention to, at the end of games, I always post the box score. And I don't know if people know how to read that or not. I purposely do it. But the thing about me, and you can go back and look at all the games, typically I'm never the guy taking the most shots on my team. That might come as a shocker to a lot of people. If you look at who's averaging the most on the team, it is me. But I do not get the most shot attempts on the team. For me, I have the highest field goal percentage. Why? Because a lot of my attempts are layups, dunks, mid-range. I don't take a lot of threes. When I say I don't take a lot, I mean, I might pull one, but that's just me throwing the ball up at the end of the quarter, or they left me so open and we up 20, so I said, fuck it, you know? But am I gonna make it? Probably not. I ain't got no three-pointer in my build, so that is what it is. So the first quarter, I felt like we was doing pretty well. Now, we have been struggling against the pick and roll. I'm gonna just be completely honest. So Jamaica wasn't available a few games ago, and me and D-Mac was playing the pick and roll. Now, me and D-Mac don't have the same chemistry. Like, I haven't really ran in the park with D-Mac before, so normally with everybody, I pretty much play 2v2. just to let them know how I want to play defense in general. And then we take that same IQ in the team, so no matter who I'm with, I can always play the pick and roll comfortably. Now, I did it with Jamaica. I did it with Montage. I did it with me and RDH Hulk. Me and Cincy, we run 2v2, 3v3 all the time. So when it comes to that, that's where that chemistry and IQ has come from. I've even played with Savage, played with King, whoever. We always played them apart. So defensive IQ has kind of come together through that. But me and D-Mac, like I said, we haven't been able to do so. So that chemistry isn't the same. And for a particular team we went up against that ran pick and roll, the big man killed us in the pick and roll. He was able to slip by. Me and D-Mac couldn't figure out whether to switch, whether to stay, whether to let me fight. We couldn't figure it out. And then we played a game after that, and me and D-Mac was great in the pick and roll. He did everything right. But in this particular game, I just want y'all to watch Jamaica because I couldn't ask him to do nothing better than what he gave us this game. And having a game like that, you just live with the results. It doesn't matter whether you win, whether you lose. I use these type of games and take the principles from it. Like, okay, y'all showed me this, we played it like this, so why in this game are we playing it differently? You know what I'm saying? So, as a collective team, I felt like we played pretty well. Now, as we jump into the second quarter here, we had a nice little lead in first, but I started noticing, like, we just couldn't make any shots, bro. Like, so just pay attention to the second and third quarter, we could not make shit, bro. Like, what the fuck? So Savage, he pulling up right here, clank, like, I'm like, yo, and the thing about it is, when I talk about execution, I don't give a fuck if you miss. I don't. Nobody's trying to miss open shots. If you get an open shot, take it. The only time I would think you would second guess taking an open shot is if you didn't miss like 5 in a row. Like at that point, like, bro, you have to be considerate. You might shoot us out the game. If you ain't gonna make one, like, just move the ball around. Somebody else might have the hot end, right? Or try to get to the rim. You can still shoot efficiently without shooting threes. So a rule of thumb in playing Pro-Am, try to shoot at least 50% or better from the floor. As an individual player, it does not mean you have to shoot above 50% from the three-point line. You can be 0 for 7, but if you got 7 layups, you shot 50% from the field. And that's what I care about. That's what I go back and look at. So if I look at the game, you shot like 1 for 5 from 3, but you shot, let's just say 6 for 12 total. Okay, you had a decent game in my opinion. Now, if you shot 1 for 8 from 3, and you like 1 from 9 from the field, yeah, like, bro, like you shot us out the game essentially. I don't blame anybody for it. You have to take shots when they're open, but if you're taking that many 3-pointers and you're not getting any easy points, layups, or getting to the free throw line, just be mindful of that when you take that next shot. Let's say you miss 3 in a row, just be a little bit mindful. You do not want to shoot your team out of the game. Now, as you can see in this second quarter, the lead just it just kind of went away. Like, I don't know how else to say it. Like, the lead just kind of vanished. I felt like we've been at 17 for a goddamn long time. We couldn't score. That's what I'm saying. We could not score. Their team defense was really good. Like, really fucking good. We could not score. Like, good on them. This is why they probably have the record they do. This is probably why they're a diamond team. I swear to God, that 99 fucking perimeter defense, that shit's real. That, like, it's one thing to have the attributes, people. It's one thing to have. It's just like having that 99 offensive rebound or 99 defensive rebound. It's one thing to have the attributes, but to able to use them correctly, as you see us miss another shot, like, damn. Like, shit, we was at 17 for a long fucking time. Like, for real. Now, we're playing the pick and roll well. Again, Jamaica's playing great defense. He got the block. And at some point, I'm thinking we're going to be able to get on a break, get some easy points that way. But their defense is very scrappy. They force a lot of turnovers. And when they got on the break, it seemed like they had a better chance of capitalizing than we did. Just my personal opinion. That's just what it felt like. So, again, we had a decent first quarter, fill-out quarter. Second quarter, jump shots started missing. Right? There's not much we could have did about it anyway. And it seemed like for us, we were missing wide open shots and they were making some very tough shots. When this happens, that's the point in which most teams fold. Right? That's the point I've been talking about where I don't know if my team can beat some of the upper echelon elite because they play exactly the way this team does. So between the second and third quarter, I'm going to talk about something very in particular when it comes to just game feel and the way 2K works in general. Right? So as we getting closer to halftime, you see there's another wide open shot. Shots just not falling. Like, they're not falling, but you have to keep shooting. That's what it is. But we're kind of coming down to the first half. They got a nice little 5-point lead. If I can see correctly, I don't think we scored a fucking point. Did we score? I don't think we scored in the whole second quarter. Bro, I do not believe we scored the whole fucking quarter. That's wild. Oh my God. Man, great defense by them. Anyway, as we jump into this third quarter, the way 2K works is off of momentum, right? Any top level player is going to talk about this momentum. It is a real thing within the game. It does not really matter about the home or away crowd. Sometimes being at home, you can get a little bit extra calls or whatnot, but momentum. I don't know if y'all ever noticed this, but let's just say your team gets up by like 10 points, you can throw some very risky passes and them bitches get through. But let's just say your team losing by 10 points, it feels like they get every fucking steal in the book. That's momentum. Right? To create momentum plays, you have to like generate a big play, like dunks, blocks. These are momentum generating plays. Right? And momentum carries over just throughout the game. Meaning, like, let's just say you're down 10 and your team comes up with a block. That's typically how it starts. It'd be like a block. Right? Then you get on the break and hit a 3. And then your team gets another stop. They get back on the break. They knock down another 3. Now you got a little bit of momentum. Right? Now, the smart teams that have experience, once they see momentum coming, they call the timeout. Because you have to cancel the momentum. That's what timeouts do. A lot of times when we're playing 2, my teammates will tell you if you ever talk to them. It's a lot of times I'd be like, okay, let them score one more bucket before I call timeout. Or like momentum will be happening and I'd be like, I can't call timeout right here. I have to wait for this to happen. Like, I can't do it right now. And sometimes they don't understand why it is that I'm waiting for these different things to happen. Because let's just say we get down 6, right? I might tell them, hey, I can't call a timeout right here. Like, especially if we just use the timeout or something, I tell them, hey, we need to do this. We gotta get a stop. We gotta get the board. We gotta play discipline. We can't gamble. Like, it'd be something like that that's going on to where you have to build momentum in games. Because once you get down a certain amount of points, as you can kind of see, we gotta figure out some way to score. I can't generate any points. We in the third quarter, I only have 4 points. And I think I only got 3 shot attempts. So it's not me not being aggressive enough. I'm taking what the defense gives me. They're playing somewhat of a 2-3 zone for the most part. which is why you see me able to catch the ball right there and the defense rotates. But for the most part, I got a 99 perimeter defensive motherfucker hounding me. He ain't giving me no space, no rhythm or anything. And even though I'm creating these open opportunities for my teammates, we're not knocking them down. So to get that momentum that I'm talking about, I told my teammates, hey, look here. The way they're playing us, what we're going to have to do to get back in the game is generate some points off defense. Meaning we have to get out on the break, run fast, probably catch a mismatch in transition, take advantage of it. Right? All the same principles apply. Because like I said, even though they got the 99 defensive motherfucker hounding me, they're still playing a zone. Right? Which is why if I throw the ball to a certain corner, it's open, or I send a certain rotation a certain way and I'm able to find an open three-point shooter, it's because I already recognized they was in zone. If they was in man-to-man, they would play things slightly different. Right? The pinch help would be a certain way. The pre-rotation would not be there. And without pre-rotation, you can send a lot of backdoor cuts without worrying about somebody rotating down to get the steal. Very important to know. In a game like this, I think it's important to realize, as much as I'm getting hounded by this 99 lockdown defender, I never once gave up being the primary playmaker. Now, with that being said, it's not that I don't trust my teammates, because that's the farthest thing from the truth. You know, it's times where I let Montage bring it up, Savage bring it up, so on and so forth. It's not that I don't trust them. I understand the pressure of the moment. Right? Let's just say, for example, I said, Sab, you take over point guard because I can't get off this dude. One, it takes me out to play as an offensive option. Could I cut and score? Yes, but the team is already focused on me because I'm the primary playmaker. So if I put Savage out there, let's just say he breaks the defense down. Who's the first person they're going to leave open? Me. I'm not a three-point shooter. They're going to dare me to shoot it. And I'm not going to shoot it, so I'm going to be back in the same situation I would have if I just brought the ball up myself with less time to operate. And the later it gets into the play clock for me, the worse it is for me. No, once we get to about 7 seconds or less and I ain't made a play happen, I'm pretty much useless at that point unless I can consistently knock down that mid-range jumper. So that's why I didn't give up the ball in this particular ball game. For one, I felt like we was getting good looks. That's all you want to do at the end of the day. Get great looks. I felt like we did that. We just wasn't making it. They was making theirs though. Hence why we're down 8 points right now. But as you can see, we started working the ball around, and I told them eventually the shots will fall. Eventually they will. Keep playing defense and give us a chance. So, we're here in the fourth quarter. We had an entire quarter in which we did not score a basket. And in the midst of all that, we still have a shot at the end of the game because we stayed consistent, we stayed communicating, we played defense, and we didn't give up nothing easy. Yes, the other team was scoring, but they were scoring tough baskets. And yes, we had open looks that we missed, but if you keep getting those same looks, eventually you're going to knock them down. This is just the way basketball works. Right? Me and Jamaica was doing a great job in the pick and roll. Savage did a great job when it came to his side. D-Mac and Strap were both very disciplined, not giving up back doors, staying home on the corners, not getting baited. And they came up with big plays, big rebounds, big steals, things like that to help us stay in the game and just gave us a fighting chance. Cool. Now, over time, as you kind of kill the momentum of the other team, you notice something. Throughout the game, right, I got this 99 pest just bothering me, right? But if he's bothering me like that and he's playing aggressive, he's going to pick up fouls. And at some point in time in the game, you can use another team's aggressiveness against them. It'll hurt them in the long run. And it's a reason why a lot of times when I'm guarding the point guard, you never see me reach. I'm never going for steals. If I pick up a bunch of fouls, how's that helping out my team? Especially if I'm the one guarding the other team's primary playmaker. But a lot of times I see a lot of lockdowns. You know, we getting into halftime, they already got 4 reach-in fouls because they got their 99 steal. They feel like they should get it. No, play solid defense, give yourself a chance. Because if you can slow down the momentum of what they're trying to do, you can get more points as a lockdown just getting out on the break. As opposed to trying to make the big play and going for the steal, trying to rip people all the time. If you stay solid, they're going to dribble the ball into your body. And that's the best way to help benefit the team. Take the guy that was guarding me, for example. Yeah, he picked up some fouls, but for the most part, he played very solid. He did not go for a lot of reach-ins. A lot of his reach-ins came in with me already being past him. Like, with the times he stayed in front of me, he stayed disciplined, which is why I only got 4 goddamn points. All right? So coming down the stretch, all I'm looking for is one chance to get the lead. Just one chance to get it. Right? We're playing pick and roll very well. The shooting guard was having a tough time with Savage. The point guard was just off this game. I know he can shoot a lot better than what y'all probably saw, but he was just off. He wasn't really making shots. So right here, I'm coming down. I pick up get the reach-in foul. I told them to run the give and go off the inbound. Cool. Tied ball game. All I want is a chance to get the lead. That's all I care about. One, it's not that I don't think my team can beat teams like this, but I didn't think we was going to have a fighting chance because a lot of times we get undisciplined and give up the lead later. And I know, especially for us, the more games we play, typically the worse it gets. But this just happened to be the first game of the day for us. If we can win it, great. It sets up the rest of the day. If we lose, it kind of carries on for the rest of the games we play. You know, we lose this game, we lose one more, everybody want to get off. I know me especially, I hate losing twice in a row. That's just my thing. Now, if we lose to a team of this caliber, I'm not tripping. I felt like we played well enough to win. You know, as many open shots as we had, I felt like we had a fair chance to win it. So if we lose, just tip your hats out to them. They played great defense. They did enough to pull out the victory. But if we win, then y'all just proved to me we can beat any team in the world. So it's a win-win for me. Either way. So coming down the stretch, man, we turned that bitch over. They got the big dunk. They up 1. I'm like, man. Hey, all I wanted to do was try to attack the little guy. So we ran the give and go again. They pick up a foul. Man, sometimes it comes down to free throws. Strap knocks down 1, ties the ball game. Cool. Now we have to play the best defense of our life to try to force this bitch into overtime. Right here, you cannot gamble. You just cannot do it. I'm a big believer of allowing them to catch and living with the contest. You can't jump, can't gamble, you can't do none of that. Did it well, got the game in overtime. Now, once you're in this point in the ball game, you know, fourth quarter, all that, you cannot get beat by back doors, bro. I swear to God, you cannot get beat by back doors. It's just a detrimental way to lose a ball game. Right? So, we're playing defense. At some point, back doors is going to come into play. You just know it is. Right there, Savage is playing very good one-on-one defense, keeping the hand up as best he can. People are watching the back doors. You see the back door from the right side. Got to secure the rebounds. Very fucking important. Got the transition bucket. D-Mac is our best free throw shooter by far. He knocks it down. So we up 3. I'm feeling very confident at this point. And not only that, this lockdown defender's aggressiveness has been taken away because of the fouls he picked up over the course of the game. So at this point in the time of the game, I get to be a lot more aggressive as a scorer because he don't want to pick up any more fouls. So at the point we're at 5, discipline, right? Don't give up nothing easy. They had a couple of these just slip by buckets way too easy. Right? I don't know if that's a miscommunication, but like I said, back doors. Very important once you get to this point in time in the ball game. So for me, I get to kind of take my time. Even though guy was like locking me up for the most part, again, his aggressiveness is gone. So I get to attack. He don't want to pick up no more fouls. Cool. That's what I was waiting for. And because I'm able to do that, now if I'm scoring, everybody else can kind of get more open shots, and it gives me a chance to get the offensive rebound. That's kind of what we was missing before. I wasn't in position to get it. Now I get a chance to get some boards, really push the game away. So right here, this shit kept happening for the like. I don't know if y'all saw it. That motherfucker hounded me so much. I picked up like 2 or 3 8-second violations, bro. I'm just trying my best. So right here, Jamaica makes a great alley-oop pass. Of course, I'm always ready for it, but I don't even know where the fuck he even saw that shit from. How he saw me, why he thought to throw that, but thank you. Right, it got me up to 10 points, got me a double-double. And it makes me a bigger option to score now, which makes everybody else commit to it. So down the stretch, it's going to come down to discipline and making some free throws. If we're lucky. Again, you don't want to give up no free points. You don't want to give up no back doors. So right here, I slipped through. I tried to go dunk it. I swear to God, I tried to dunk the ball. They gave me a layup. Guy comes and blocks it. They get a wide open 3 in the corner. Hey, it is what it is. Get beat out the 24-second shot clock, so all we got to do is make free throws. So, of course, we get a ball to our best free throw shooter. So right here, I give it to him again. I thought he was going to pass fake. They come up with a steal. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, damn. They really got that bitch. Right there, we almost got it back where we didn't. Right there, another backdoor cut. They call a foul. He knocks down the free throw. Shit crazy, right? So with 3 seconds left, I tell you, whoever the little guy's guarding, just run to the rim. So right there, I saw Jamaica was getting guarded by their point guard. So I said, Jamaica, just run to the rim. Hey, throw it to Jamaica. I don't give a damn. They're either all going to collapse and the corner going to be open, or you're going to be free to go up on the little dude. So I said, Jamaica, go. He ran down there. They threw the ball to him, of course. They jumped because they got over eager. Now Jamaica has to knock down 2 free throws. 2 pressure moments, 2.1 on the clock. Cool. So now at the point we make it, I'm telling them in the timeout, don't give up no back doors, and watch this shit right here, bro. I don't know what Savage was doing. He was in a goddamn circle. This nigga just ran right free to the basket and shot that bitch. But he missed it. Great win, Team Lethal, man. I told y'all this was a great game. Could have went either way, really, but I'm glad we pulled it out. So if we can do that, we can beat any team in the world. Y'all see the proof. Anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed the content. Like, comment, subscribe. It's been Lethal. I'll catch y'all in the next one. I'm out.